Hey class, my name is Bryson Johnson, and this is my multimedia presentation. Where I wrote about the impact that smartphones and new technology has on our society. Basically, I just want to start out with just like the five major components, key components that I wrote about. Basically, the first one I actually started reading about was about the effects that it has on our community and our social, personal relationships and stuff. Because I know lately I've been noticing a lot of people have been actually avoiding like face-to-face direct communication, and they've been sucked up on their phones. I feel like if we don't if we don't start to make changes, we may become dependent to our phones, and that won't be cool at all going forward. Also, I wanted to speak about not only just the human relations side, but the effects and the distractions it has on our community as well. Mainly like the youth, and while driving. Basically, I just wanted to touch bases and say kind of find a common ground where just to see where we're at in our society as far as when it comes to using technology and how we use it and how responsible we should be when using it. So I just want to go ahead and go over a couple topics. I created a PowerPoint so you can go ahead and follow along with me. Um, so I just want to start off with distracted driving. I know there's a lot of distractions that exist when you drive. There's some things that you can't control, but texting and looking at your phone, that's controllable. So we need to go ahead and educate people, continue to educate people on the dangers of texting and driving and the distractions that exist. I mean, this is easily done. I mean, we just have to let people know. I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, if you want to drive safe, don't text and drive. Simple as that. Common sense. Um, there's a couple alarming statistics I found while doing research when I was writing this paper. I found that 11 teens die every day as a result of texting and driving, and 21% of teens involved in fatal accidents were distracted by their cell phones. Um, Nearly 330,000 injuries occur each year from accidents caused by texting while driving. So basically, don't text and drive. Texting and driving is probably actually an equivalent to drunk driving. So don't text and drive. So we need to go ahead and educate the youth and the newer generations on the dangers of texting and driving, and basically just distracted usage of your phone. Because I mean, you could walk around, you could walk into a tree, you could walk into a car. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to be aware of your surroundings while you use your phone. Another topic that I chose was human relations, of course, and I feel like it's 2016, and I feel like with the introduction of social media and these different apps, we found ourselves to become dependent on our phones. So we just need to learn how to, communicate with each other in a normal, face to face manner, and not rely so heavily on the usage of our phones. Because I mean, like I said before, you will be dependent on your phone, and you will lose your social life. So um, another topic I wanted to cover with the growing like technology on these phones, like I know manufacturers like Apple or Samsung, LG, all these different phone companies are continuously adding new features onto their phones every year, adding more distractions for the user. I know kids are attracted by that, and they try to market to the youth. So you see these kids that get these phones and stuff in school, and they get distracted. And I know when I was doing the research, I found that there was a growing number of acts of plagiarism in schools and stuff, and an increased risk of cyberbullying. That's another topic I wrote about as well. But we just, like I said, we need to teach the youth and show them that these smartphones are tools, and we cannot take advantage of that. And we just need to educate these kids and stuff. Um, I know with the use of social media and stuff, I mean, these smartphones have online capabilities. So basically, nothing's really sacred anymore. I mean, we're in a new technological age where you can learn anything with the touch of your fingertips. Just use Google on your phone, and boom, you got an answer. So nothing's sacred anymore, and people are smarter nowadays. So we need to make sure we need to come together as a collective group and find solutions to where we could help teach the youth on how to use these phones and stuff. So I mean, I know me personally, I was sucked into social media for the longest, but I finally broke free of it. But yeah, other than that, we just need to make sure that we address some of these small key issues and stuff. Like I said, human relations was one. Cyberbullying was two. Uh, these kids get distracted in schools with their phones, so we need to learn how to regulate the usage. Academics, that was my third major key topic, and texting and driving was my fourth one, and then and the distractions was my fifth topic. So you know, basically, all in all, I just wrote this paper just to bring awareness to the use of technology and the effect it's having on our community. Just so we just have to be smarter with the usage of our stuff, and you know what, going forward, we just need to educate the younger generations on how to, coexist with these cellular devices. Because I mean, every year they're getting better and faster, and the technology's ever growing. So I mean, basically, you got to think about it. These smartphones are basically like a laptop in your hand, and they're distracting. So, but thank you for hearing me out. I have a PowerPoint with a video, and thank you for listening.